Welcome to the best movie and TV news. This time, we bring you exciting updates on the horse race between Top Gun 3 and Pirates of the Caribbean 6, along with details on some brand new Spider-Man movies. We also talk about the next AI revolution that's shaking up Hollywood, and a slightly different Jason Statham movie that you definitely didn't see coming. And that's just a fraction of what's ahead, as there's a lot more in store for you now on KinoCheck News. Exciting updates on Top Gun 3 and Pirates of the Caribbean 6. Producer Jerry Bruckheimer recently commented on the current status of these mega projects in an interview. For the Pirate Saga, there were two persistent rumors: the appearance of Jack Sparrow's son and Margot Robbie's involvement. Bruckheimer hinted that only one of these two rumors was headed in the right direction. When asked, he confirmed that there had been concrete talks with Margot Robbie. According to the producer, it's a horse race as to which film will hit theaters first, Pirates of the Caribbean 6 or Top Gun 3. However, work on the aviation film is further along. As with the second installment, the screenplay is written by Christopher McQuarrie and is reportedly nearing completion, so a return of Tom Cruise is as good as certain. Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt. A new video is causing alarm in Hollywood. In the clip, the two stars engage in a dramatic fistfight on a bridge, and it looks deceptively real. But it's completely AI generated. Filmmaker Rory Robinson created the video using the C-Dance 2.0 tool, which is part of TikTok's parent company ByteDance. According to Robinson, entering 2 lines of text as a prompt was all it took. The reactions from the industry are intense. The U.S. Film Association warns of copyright infringements and sees jobs at risk. Deadpool writer Rhett Reese also expressed pessimism. He was horrified by the quality of the clip, since soon everyone will be able to create Hollywood-level movies on their computers, which would spell the end for many creative professionals. What do you think? Is this the future of film or its demise? Share your thoughts in the comments. Huge news from the Spider-Verse. It's official. Spider-Gwen and Spider-Punk are getting their own solo movies. Sony Pictures Animation has confirmed that work on the spin-offs is underway. Daniel Kaluuya will not only reprise his role as the voice of Spider-Punk, he's also co-writing the screenplay. As for Gwen, we fully expect Haley Steinfeld to return. However, the movies won't be released until after the grand finale, Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is currently slated for June 2027. But don't worry, there's something to enjoy in the meantime. The Spider-Noir live-action series starring Nicolas Cage will arrive on Amazon Prime on May 27th. Which spin-off would you like to see? Let us know in the comments. Is Star Wars done for? Apparently, not quite yet. The new trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu is going down really well with you guys. Embo's appearance in particular is causing lots of excitement. There's similarly huge hype surrounding the trailer for the 3rd season of House of the Dragon. For a long time, it was unclear when the Game of Thrones spin-off would return. Now it's official. The new episodes will arrive in June 2026. In contrast, the first trailer for Lee Cronin's The Mummy has sparked widely differing opinions in the community. Some love the horror vibe, others are rather skeptical. And then there's the comparisons to the Brendan Fraser franchise. This film, however, shares little in common with that. By the way, fresh updates on The Mummy 4 are available in the KinoCheck app. Don't miss out on any news from the world of movies and series, often long before you hear about it on YouTube. There, you'll also find all the info on the new movie right at a glance, without the hassle of searching for it. Of course, everything is free and without annoying ads. Bad news for fans of K-pop Demon Hunters. You're gonna need a lot of patience for part 2. Sony Pictures Animation has now revealed that the start of production has been delayed, partly due to the current Oscar preparations. The hit movie has been nominated twice, for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song. Now, previously, the release year for the sequel had been said to be 2029, and many fans had already found that hard to accept. But it gets even worse. In an interview, studio president Christine Belson was asked whether they would make it by 2029. She responded with a telling gesture. It seems that K-pop Demon Hunters 2 won't see the light of day until 2030 at the earliest. But there is a glimmer of hope. Jinu's story might not be over just yet. She at least mentioned his story as an example of something that could be explored further. What are your thoughts? Can you wait that long for part 2? Or will your interest in the franchise be long gone by then? Jason Statham pokes fun at himself. In the new movie by John Wick director David Leitch, he plays none other than his own self. The title of the movie says it all. Jason Statham Stole My Bike. The screenplay comes from Alison Fleer, who also co-wrote BoJack Horseman. So we can expect a good amount of meta humor. Filming is set to begin in May 2026 with a budget of over $80 million. The goal seems to be a PG-13 rating. So the movie will be a bit more family-friendly than Statham's usual R-rated hits. However, with this director at the helm, we're not too worried about the film turning out to be a flop. Movies like Bullet Train, Deadpool 2, and Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw speak for themselves. Fans of horror, pay attention. A movie based on the online game Dead by Daylight is in the pipeline, and 2 experienced horror specialists have been tapped to write the screenplay. One is David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, who played a key role in shaping the Conjuring universe. He's being supported by Alexandre Aja, known for High Tension and The Hills Have Eyes. However, despite also being a director, Aja is only focusing on the script here, as he's currently involved in other film projects. It's still unclear who will eventually direct the film. The game itself has built a massive fan base with its 1 versus 4 concept and guest appearances by icons from Halloween and Scream. This foundation is now being used to bring the cat and mouse game to the big screen. A release date has not been announced yet. The Rick and Morty universe continues to grow. A President Curtis spin-off has been announced. It revolves around the US president who has to deal with the wildest disasters. The series is set to premiere later this year. Since his first appearance in Season 2, President Curtis has become a staple of Rick and Morty and quickly won over fans. This marks the 3rd spin-off in the franchise. It all started in 2022 with the series Vindicators 2, followed by the anime project Rick and Morty the Anime in late 2024. Now, the president is getting his well-deserved solo appearance, diving even deeper into the wild world of the cult series. Netflix is making a live-action series of Scooby-Doo, and now the first lead actress has been revealed. None other than McKenna Grace will take on the role of Daphne Blake. She already voiced the young version of Daphne in the 2020 Scoob movie. Grace is known for her roles in the recent Ghostbusters movies, and will also take on a key role in the Hunger Games prequel Sunrise on the Reaping later this year. The new Scooby-Doo series will be an origin story, focusing on the first case of Shaggy, Daphne, and the gang. Currently, it's unknown when the series will be released on Netflix. The Angels are returning, yet again. Sony is actually planning another reboot of Charlie's Angels. This time, the screenplay is being written by Pete Chiarelli, whom you may know from Crazy Rich Asians and The Proposal. After the 1970s TV series, the legendary film series starring Cameron Diaz, and the latest attempt with Kristen Stewart, the idea is now being realized for the 4th time. Tell us what you think. Does the world really need another Charlie's Angels movie? And if so, be sure to let us know who you'd most like to see in the leading roles. Casting news for Sonic 4. Sonic voice actor Ben Schwartz revealed on Instagram that Amy Rose will be voiced by actress Kristen Bell. She's no newcomer to voice roles, having also voiced Anna in Frozen. Amy Rose was already teased in the post-credits scene of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, sparking excitement among fans. The Hedgehog girl is known for her affection for Sonic, and even though the feelings are rather one-sided, she confidently refers to herself as Sonic's girlfriend. There's also hints of Jim Carrey making a comeback as supervillain Dr. Robotnik. Negotiations with Paramount Pictures are reportedly underway, but official confirmation is still pending. For many fans, one thing's for sure, a Sonic movie without Jim Carrey would be a huge disappointment. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is set to hit theaters on March 19th, 2027. We hope you're as excited about these updates as we are. Please like the video if you'd like us to continue with this type of content. We wish you a great week. See you soon, your KinoCheck team. Now, in case you missed it, here's more news that will pique your interest. Monsterverse fans, listen up. New details about Godzilla Kong Supernova have emerged. These come from a test screening more than a year before the movie's theatrical release. It's been confirmed that Space Godzilla is indeed the antagonist of the film. This is an exceptionally powerful monster with telekinetic abilities and distinctive crystals on its body. Unfortunately, Mothra and Rodan are currently absent from Supernova. Instead, there will be the reunion with Zuko and Shimo. The mood of the film is said to be similar to that of the New Empire. Overall, the initial reactions seem to be mostly positive. Now, of course, these reports from the test screening should be taken with a grain of salt. Much could still change before the release. We're eagerly awaiting the theatrical debut of Supernova on March 26, 2027. New details on the hunt for Gollum. An insider has now shared more information about the plot of the next The Lord of the Rings film. The story takes place between Bilbo's birthday and the first meeting of the Fellowship in Rivendell. Gollum leaves his cave to search for the ring. Meanwhile, Gandalf sends Aragorn to find him. There will also be flashbacks showing Smeagol before he was corrupted by the ring. For the cast, the filmmakers are bringing back Ian McKellen as Gandalf and Elijah Wood as Frodo. Andy Serkis will direct and, of course, play Gollum again. Whether Viggo Mortensen will return as Aragorn is still uncertain. In any case, we do expect to see some CGI rejuvenation. After all, it's been 25 years since the original. Filming will begin in July 2026 in New Zealand, with the theatrical release planned for December 17th, 2027. What do you think? Are you still in the mood for Middle-earth? Exciting new rumors about Spider-Man Brand New Day. According to insider Daniel Rickman, the Enforcers are likely to appear in the movie. There's at least some concept art of the villainous group, and specific names have also been mentioned. The team traditionally consists of Ox, Montana, and Fancy Dan. These hitmen stir up the New York underworld in the comics on behalf of the big man, Frederick Foswell. Also, there's a reunion in the new Spider-Man movie. Rosario Dawson is set to be returning as Claire Temple. After The Punisher, she'll be the next character from Netflix's Daredevil to make it into the MCU. It shouldn't be too long before we finally get the first trailer for Brand New Day. What's your hype level? Are you excited for the Enforcers to make their appearance? Or would you much rather see other characters? Let us know what you think in the comments.